Dicky Beal, Region 9, Covington Holmes High School, 1980. Dicky Beal led Covington Holmes to a 92-12 record over his career as a starting guard. The Holmes Bulldogs were state runners-up in 1978 and in 1980 were state semi-finalists under the leadership of Beal. Also in 1980, he scored 51 points against rival Covington Holy Cross. Beal was named 9th Region Player of the Year, selected to the All-State Tournament team, named First Team All-State, and was awarded the prestigious Sweet 16 Ted Sanford Award. He signed with the University of Kentucky in 1980 and had a distinguished career. Huge of heart and talent, Dicky Beal thrilled Kentucky fans with his electric style of play. Beal is a manufacturing business representative and lives in the greater Cincinnati area.
Basketball was part of my DNA just because of the environment. The guys that I played with, we grew up together. Chemistry translated to the actual court. And that's what made it so special, is that I'm getting inducted to the Hall of Fame because of my teammates. I mean, the guys I played with were rough riders. I can think of Phil Davis, my best friend. He was a year older than me. The guy was incredible. Great jump shot, super quick. So you can imagine him and I together. I mean, we wreaked havoc on guard. I mean, they couldn't get the ball off the floor. Doug Schlomer, you know, he was Mr. Basketball. He was incredible. He can get to the basket anytime he wanted, and a great team player and competitor. That team only lost 2 games all year. Shelby County with my future teammate, Charles Hurt. The first time we lost to them, they beat us in the Louisville Invitational Tournament, and they beat the brakes off of us. But once we got out of the region and got into the state tournament, we blew everybody out until the final. And then the final game was us against Shelby County, and it was sweet revenge because we was ready for them. That was the only game that I started as a sophomore. And it's the biggest shot I've ever made in a game, period. The game was tied. There was about 10 seconds left, and I had the ball. Everybody was expecting that ball to go to Doug Schlomer, rightfully so. But, you know, I was in the game and I was feeling good. And I was like, you know what? I'm taking this jump shot. I'm taking this. And I remember Doug coming up the lane, and I had gotten rid of my man, and I was at the top of the key. I let it go, and it went in. Looking back on it, the clock should have ran out, but it didn't. They still had 1 second to go. They had that play where we allowed them to throw it to the other end of the court, and they ended up taking the game into overtime, and the rest is history. That was the most amazing game that I've ever played in. It still hurts today, honestly, because we did so many things that we basically gave the game away. I mean, I just played hard. But again, that's all I knew. That's the way I was coached. That's the way we played in high school. That's the way we played in the city. That's just who I was. And, you know, I was never afraid of the moment, but I had teammates that were like that. That's how we grew up. I want to thank 2 people in particular. My grandmother, she raised me, and she was caring. She had a kind heart. She instilled toughness in me. She instilled having empathy. And the one thing she always told me was treat people like you want to be treated. And that stayed with me my whole life. And one other person I want to talk about is somebody today. You know, he's my best friend. His name is Scott Roby. He went to the University of Kentucky like myself. Him and I are buddies. To me, he's an extension of my family. That's my brother. He's always been caring and supportive. And if I sat here and told you all the wonderful things that he's done for me and meant to me, we'd be here all day. But I just want him to know that, you know, you're my brother. I appreciate you, think the world of you, and I love you. I was so lucky and so fortunate to be able to have always, throughout my whole career when it came to basketball, great people. The Lord blessed me that way, and I just felt very lucky.